Burping your tire in a turn is so unpractical because it slows you down, but it is sick. Yeah, we can do that. Last year was my first full season racing Elite World Cups. The first race in France was a tough one for me. Like just trying to push super hard and almost forcing myself to feel like I was ready, but I don't think I was. I was way off the pace and couldn't really make it down for a full lap, so that was pretty wild. And then the next race in Fort William just turned around pretty good. My first World Cup I qualified for was in Fort William, and it was a sick feeling. Like it was a lot of satisfaction, but it was almost like acceptance by the sport, you know? Like I had told myself I wanted to do this and that I was ready for it, but I hadn't proved it. So to get that first qualifying race in at Fort William was really good. I went on to the next few World Cups and learned off each one. Had a good race in Mont Saint Anne with the rain, but everyone had rain and I got lucky, I guess, with the 14th. So that's where I told myself I wanted to be this year, top 20, and then hopefully do better than that. So getting that race down, getting that result was really confidence building. Growing up, it was always applauded, you know, to do what you want and kind of pursue your own life, how you want to do it. My parents wanted us to grow up in nature as much as we could, so my dad and I started riding mountain bikes when I was a kid. Luckily, we had a fire road right at the top of my block, and we would ride that all the time. We'd go up and try to make it to the first turn, and then the next time try to make it to the next turn. I still ride for the same reasons today. It's just a blast. And I just really enjoy being out on two wheels, and whether it's the road bike or the mountain bike or even driving shuttle runs, you know, like I'll just be pumped up and so stoked on a good day of riding. Like I'll just be amped on the shuttle lap, you know. It's all part of the passion, so it's hard to say, it's hard to put into words, but it's just what I want to do.
Oh, yeah,
I absolutely love it. I love trying to go faster and hit sections over and over again and actually feel progression. So when you have a good gnarly trail and you feel like you're on the edge, that's definitely what gets me stoked. It's just so much fun. I played soccer my whole life as a kid growing up, so that was my big thing. And then as I developed in that sport, that's when I definitely found characteristics of like being competitive or wanting to excel and learn and progress. So as I was building with soccer, I was growing an interest for mountain biking. So I would ride to practice and jump off curbs and sprint across the street and drift in the dirt. And then I'd play soccer and then ride home. So soccer and biking kind of grew together at the same time. I entered my first race in November of 2011. It was so muddy that after you got out of the finish corral, you had to just hike with your bike the entire way. But there was something about being in a race environment, and somehow me hiking with my bike through the muddy hills got me super stoked on racing. And from there, I do it for the same reasons, and when I get to a race, I just like being in the zone and being in that environment and trying to push to do my best. Over the years of myself developing as a mountain biker and as an athlete, I've wanted to put a lot of attention into myself and my body and how everything's working and try to stay focused on creating a better self. So I think I've grown up differently than most teenagers. I wouldn't say I missed out on anything just because this is what I want to be doing and it's my passion. So if I can put time and energy into it, I don't see that as a loss. Staying motivated and dedicated and making sacrifices is just part of the way I want to do it. That's one of the biggest things I attribute my success to, is just working hard and setting my sights real high and doing what I need to do to get there. I wouldn't say I was so motivated to be the best. I always wanted to do better, so I guess you could kind of say that was the competitiveness coming out, but that ability to want to do better and push to succeed changed how I live my day-to-day life. I love mountain biking and I'll do it for a long, long time, but the racing side of it is huge for me. I really enjoy it. It's a crazy drive, and some people on the outside might think it's a little bit insane, you know, like 60 guys all just racing for one spot, but for me, I definitely want to just keep progressing in the sport and keep developing. I'd like to be up there one day with the big boys, battling it out.
Dude, that was so rad. Just like, rap! I love bikes. Very fun. Ow.